his right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And again, it's Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw caught by Higgins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! Donovan Peoples-Jones from 6 yards away. And the Browns able to get this one back to within at least some measure of respectability. And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, you know, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of all. And he coughed it up, and this is picked up by the Browns. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Mayfield now. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them. Gets big yards.
Touchdown, Browns. Rashard Higgins. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to 24. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field is, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
It would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Oh, he shifts past him. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. Not only another 1st down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing. That's
not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. 106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking it.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Darrell Williams taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Chubb looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. He tried to break that plane, but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big pickup there on the scramble. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback is scrambling around, actually takes off and runs downfield. And that's exactly what he did.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Man open is Robinson. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Butker on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mayfield on first down. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one. And we go to the 2-minute warning. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now Mayfield lost the football. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now. And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. 114 yards rushing for him now to this point. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense. They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work. That's called being in the zone.